On behalf of Mr. Lee, I am standing in for the attorney of record, David Burgess, with Mr. Lee's consent, to my knowledge. Is that correct, sir?
Uh,
That is okay for me to stand in for you right now?
yes,
Okay, could you please state your name?
thoroughly.
What is that noise?
Right. Shouldn't you check? I don't feel safe. Why are you just pointing? What?
Don't stop. So
It'll stop at some point.
I feel very safe, Your Honor.
Wow, I know. He's like, you are all over it. Yes. All right, go ahead. What are we doing?
Well, Your Honor, a few things. First of all, I've been in communication with Mr. Burgess and Mr. Arabo.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going inside a real courtroom where things spiral from tense to explosive in just a few minutes. At first glance, this sounds like your standard pretrial check-in. But then, something feels off. There's tension in the air. A strange sound breaks the silence, and suddenly the defendant says he doesn't feel safe. No one's sure what's happening, and neither is the judge. Confusion spreads, and it's clear this case isn't
Who is representing the victim of the case, Mr. Quasny. Apparently, Mr. Lee called Mr. Arabo and offered to, in exchange, there's a pending case where Mr. Quasny is the defendant of an AMD against Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee contacted Mr. Arabo and offered to essentially not testify in that case if Mr. Quasny agreed not to testify in this case. There are statements that are essentially saying, in exchange for Mr. Quasny, victim in this case, not testifying, I will also not testify. That is highly concerning, of course. I was given this
going to follow a routine path. This is the calm before a storm. And trust me, it gets intense from here. Asterisk, now things heat up fast. The prosecution drops a bombshell. The defendant allegedly tried to cut a deal outside the courtroom, offering silence in exchange for silence. That's right, witness tampering. Caught on a recorded phone call. The prosecutor says it could mean additional charges. What's worse, the defense attorney hasn't even heard the tape yet. This moment flips the courtroom energy. From
information yesterday, I asked Mr. Arabo to forward that call to myself, Mr. Burgess, and the officer in charge because we wanted documented for potential additional charges. But this all transpired yesterday. We got the recording as of this morning. With that said, of course, I think it's appropriate to have an adjournment. Mr. Burgess agrees with that.
But does that recording indicate that?
Yes, Your Honor. Have either one of you
I myself have not listened to the recording. I was just asked to stand in on behalf of Mr. Burgess. He's at a hearing in Lansing. However, I did speak to Mr. Lee about it today. Mr. Lee indicates to
procedure to full-blown suspicion. And this is just the start of what turns into a legal mess. Asterisk, what follows is uncomfortable. The defense attorney stands in, not even the original lawyer, and fumbles through explanations. He admits he hasn't heard the recording. He reveals the defendant wants to remove his current attorney. The courtroom energy is anxious now. The judge is trying to get clarity, but the answers just aren't there. It's that moment where everything starts slipping and you can feel the judge losing patience. And then, just when it seems chaotic enough, the defendant decides to speak for himself. Asterisk, this is where it gets raw. The defendant takes centerstage.com, but clearly
he indicated some of the content of the conversation to me. He also indicated, just FYI, that he himself recorded it.
But just so that I have this right, the defendant, because of something else, is urging, enticing, or in some other way interfering with testimony of witnesses in this case.
I can't agree to that characterization because I haven't heard it. I don't know.
Well, you want to listen to, because that's what I'm being told.
But yes, I understand. I understand that is what's being presented. I also want to indicate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mr. Lee has indicated to me some things. I have advised him to be careful of what he would want to say to Your Honor, but he seems to feel that he needed to make that phone call because he wants to move to have Mr. Burgess removed and he wants to get a different attorney. Mr. Lee has indicated to me he also wants to address the court.
Really fed up. He claims he told his attorney to negotiate a plea and accuses him of lying. He says he recorded his own phone call to catch him in the act. Bold, definitely, legal, risky. He's speaking directly to the judge, trying to prove that his attorney never did his job. But here's the twist. That same recording may now incriminate him. It's a bold swing at his lawyer. And possibly at his own freedom. You're watching a defendant walk a razor's edge in open court. Asterisk.
I had to prove that he was ineffective. I knew that I had to prove that our breakdown was egregious. So I recorded the call myself. And I called Mr. Arabo and I asked if Mr. Burgess reached out and discussed any sort of plea negotiations. Mr. Arabo said, no, sir. He had not had any communications with.
Boom. The judge has had enough. After repeated interruptions and mounting frustration, he orders the defendant removed from the courtroom. This is no longer about a bad attorney. It's about someone possibly tampering with the trial in real time. The judge is furious. He demands the full audio tapes, ready to dig in himself. What started as a routine hearing just ignited into a full-blown legal firestorm. The room's tense, the stakes are high, and the judge is about to make a serious move. Asterisk, now comes the hammer. With everything he's heard, the secret.
You don't know what? That's the third time you've done it. You're gone. Mr. Allen, take him. You better get Mr. Burgess down here because I want to hear those calls because if he's interfered with it, that's going to be a whole other issue.
I will try to reach him, but I know he is in Lansing, so I'm not certain.
Well, even if he appears, right? Has Mr. Burgess heard the calls?
I don't know, Your Honor. They were sent this morning. I asked Mr. Arabo to send them right away yesterday, and we received them this morning. Mr. Arabo can also be available via Zoom if necessary.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that what I'm hearing is extremely disturbing.
I completely understand that. Your
And
Honor.
so I'm gonna give an opportunity for the defense to give me some explanation, but I'm inclined at this point, I'm gonna hold him in custody. I'm inclined at this point to revoke his bond.
I understand.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Recordings, the alleged interference. The courtroom behavior, the judge makes it clear. He's revoking bond. The defendant is going into custody. No more freedom while the case plays out. And just like that, everything changes. From witness tampering to legal betrayal, this case hit every chaotic note in under 8 minutes. If this is the pretrial hearing, imagine what the trial will bring. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.